The brothers were busily creating hits for other artists, but their own recordings were not as successful. Neither 1981's Living Eyes album, nor Stayin' Alive, the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, produced a top 10 single.
There were very turbulent times. 1980 was pretty much a landmark year because that's when my marriage to my first wife ended. And of course it was hard because the children I have from that marriage are very young at the time. And I was always having to be away. I was working. I would prefer them to have been with me, but of course they were going to school in England, and it was a very messy period.
After separating from Molly, Robin met artist Dweena Murphy. There was an instant connection.
We decided when we first met each other, we just knew that we were going to have a child together.
I already had two great kids, Spencer and Melissa, and I thought one more would round it off, you know. She just seemed the right person to want to have another child with.
He has a lovely kind of poetic way about him.
Come again, use a 10.
He's very quiet about his talents and things. He has a little keyboard, and sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and I'll hear this beautiful sort of little chords playing and then this lovely voice singing. It's like being awakened by angels or something.
After 3 years of hit-making, Andy Gibb fell victim to the same pressures and temptations of first fame that had overwhelmed his brothers.
I talked to him outside on the balcony, saying, you know, this is really a nice house, Andy. There's a nice car out there, that Porsche. Really nice. You're not going to keep all this, you know. He said, what do you mean? I said, you do what you're doing, this stuff will vanish. All this stuff will go. Your career will go out the window, everything. And he says, I know, I know what I have to do.
But Andy couldn't be helped. Neither at this point in time could Morris, who was still not dealing with his drinking problem. He did, however, find joy in fatherhood.
He's always been real good with the kids. Even when he drank, he was there for the birth of both of them.
It's a miracle that no one can really ever get over when you see this. When you see your own flesh and blood, you know, coming to life. And then you give it that first squeeze of life and he starts wriggling and crying and wow, and I washed him down and he's my little boy. Now he's 24 and he still likes to sit on my lap.
He's a very good father, Morris. He's got two nice kids. They're all grown up now, of course. They all put their families first before anything.
If I didn't have children, I don't think I'd be the total person I am now. The most wonderful thing about having children is that you get to go on being a child. You get to grow up again. You get to live your childhood again through theirs.
Family has always been at the heart of the Bee Gees story, and over the years, that family has continued to grow. Barry has 5 children, Robin has 3, and Morris has 2. In 1986, following a series of solo projects, the brothers came to the realization that the industry was more interested in them as the Bee Gees than as individuals. After a 5-year break, they decided to come back together as a group. In 1987, You Win Again was an enormous international hit, reaching #1 in England, making them the first group ever to top the British charts in 3 straight decades. The Bee Gees had successfully launched their 3rd major comeback. But this achievement was not one they could cherish. On March 10, 1988, only days after his 30th birthday, Andy Gibb, the Bee Gees' little brother, died from heart disease.
Maybe I don't want to know the reason why, but lately you don't talk to me, darling, I can't see me in your eye.
I had a dream once that he would die, and it scared the hell out of me.
And I remember the morning when I got the news. It will always burn in my brain and in my heart. He was a great kid.
I think it was hard on all of them. And the wives, they all took it very hard. Every one of us, all of us, we all took it very hard.
To me, it was just shocking that a guy so young had to leave so early.
If once you lose someone of your own blood, I think it changes you radically. I think the spiritual lesson and the soul growth, I think, is the term. Whatever they say, whatever the term is, I think you grow deeply inside, and you never really forget.
The loneliest feeling I felt was when his coffin was left outside the wall where they put the coffins inside the wall. And we were driving away, and I looked at the wall, and I just saw it. There was no one else there, just his coffin lying there against the wall. And I felt like he'd been abandoned. And we all wanted to go back and just stay with him, because he was by himself, with these strangers in green coats that are coming up, and it was so eerie.
Well, you should treasure everybody more. It's a kind of reminder of your mortality, isn't it?
So if there's anything to be learned, is that nothing lasts at all.
The week after, we thought maybe if we go back to work, we can, get recentered or something. And I was playing the strings, and it was very beautiful. Barry and Robin just started crying, and I just started crying. I said, I can't play anymore. We went home. And about a month later, we came back in, and then we did Wish You Were Here for Andy. And that was difficult to sing, very difficult. But we wanted to sing it, we wanted to do it.
I lost everything in losing you.